What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name is Tarun Shetty. This is my bedroom. I know I'm normally in front of my window and there's like weird dust particles floating around, but I thought I would change it up a bit and actually do one for my bed. So here we go. I didn't make a video this past week because, let me tell you, I normally don't talk about super personal things, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to share some stuff. But when this whole pandemic started, I was like, hey, no problem. I'm a pretty solitary guy to begin with. For those of you who don't know, I do stand-up comedy, I write, I make videos. I make films occasionally. It's a pretty cool life. And I'm very grateful for it. So I was like, as long as I have some key pillars in my life, I should be good to go. So of course, they shut down all the gyms, and I used to do jiu-jitsu like religiously, and that got shut down. So I started running the streets every night at like 10 o'clock, like 3 to 5 miles, right? Just every night. And I felt good about that. I have a pull-up bar. I was like, this is good. Then I came back one day and my leg was just like numb. It was totally numb. And there were like, it's kind of bubbles on my leg. Not bubbles, but the muscle was popping out. I knew exactly what that was. It's called compartment syndrome. Basically, when you exercise, your muscles expand and the tissue around it doesn't expand with it, so the muscles pop out. It has to do with blood and pressure, whatever. I had the same problem on my leg 10 years ago. I needed surgery. I was on crutches for a couple of weeks. It's very painful. It sucks. I knew right away what it was. So this past month, I've been dealing with that. Because I don't want to, I have asthma. The last thing I want to do is be in some stupid hospital, with my asthma. So I was doing these Zoom calls with these orthopedic surgeons, and I just went to USC last week, the USC hospital. Met with the doctor. He was like, yeah, you have it. You need surgery. And I was like, God damn it. I don't want to have to deal with this being crutches again. It's the whole thing. I already feel like shit. I feel like I'm losing my health. I'm eating waffles at night, frozen waffles. I'm drinking way too much coffee. My mind was not in a good place. And sometimes I try to fake it when I do these videos. I was like, let me just be positive when I do these videos. But I think that the negative energy is coming out. Like I made that video on Jay Shetty like last week, which is funny, but I'm normally not. I normally don't target people, even though I do think I normally don't express it like that. And I even made another video, and I was going to shit on this guy, and I was like, I don't really care that much about this guy, but for some reason it was just coming out like that. So a few days ago, I was like, all right, talking to myself, obviously, in my apartment, like the Joker. I was like, let's go to Malibu. Let me sit by the water and just enjoy the tranquility and get some present moment awareness. So I drive all the way to Malibu. I live in West Hollywood, by the way. It's like 35 minutes, 30 minutes. I drive out there. I find this place by the rocks, by the ocean, by the highway. I don't go to the beach because I don't get my sand in my shoes. So I'm sitting there. It's nice. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I'm getting up to go, and I drop my phone. My phone was in my pocket, my jacket pocket, falls out. It falls in between these huge boulders, right? I can't even see it. And it's like I can hear my phone go ding, 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 all the way down. And like, well, if I stick my arm in there to get it, what if like the boulders shift? I'm not gonna be able to get my arm out like that movie 24. I'm gonna lose my arm in the middle of nowhere in Malibu. It's great. I got the pandemic virus and I'm armless. So I decided to leave my phone. I was like, screw it. I lose everything in my phone. Hopefully it was backed up in the cloud somewhere magical. I go right to Verizon. It's closed. So I had to go back the next day. Verizon, you can't even go inside the store anymore because of the pandemic. So you all know this. You have to be in a line outside Verizon 6 feet apart. I'm like, dude, just give me whatever phone you have. You have a flip phone or a razor phone. If you have like one of those old-timey dialy phones, I'll take that, whatever. Luckily, they had an iPhone 11 in the back, merchandise, give me that. There was a girl behind me though, and I really think this is, by the way, not having a phone for 2 days was breathtaking. Like not having to see people's fake Instagram avatars, whatever best life they're leading in their apartment, which we know sucks, but for some reason it's like the best time of their life. Like I never see any of that stuff. Really felt good about myself. Anyways, back to the story. I'm outside Verizon. There's a girl behind me, and she bought a phone, but she couldn't activate it. She was throwing the worst hissy fit. Like she was stomping her feet. Like the energy had nowhere to go, so she was stopping her feet. It reminded me like when I was like, an assistant at an agency, like agents were like throwing phones and pencils and shit. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like this girl had no idea how to be conscious, and I was like, God, whatever happens, please let me never be like this girl. Let me have some kind of awareness where I know what the hell is going on in my mind, and I can kind of step back. There was a silver lining in this. One, I got a new phone. It cost me $850, but screw it. I have a new phone. I got to not be on Instagram for social media for 2 days. That was amazing. I didn't shoot I didn't shoot my negative video about Jay Shetty, like I don't care about this dude. When I shoot videos, I use my camera and I use my phone sometimes. I ended up shooting an educational video for my niece and nephew about Bobby Khan and his rocking friends. I'm sure you saw it by now. But it really brought some perspective for me about this whole thing. Like, one, I never want to just let it consume me. I think all these problems are manageable. Like, one, I'll be on crutches. First of all, I'm super lucky. Like, I'm not talking about being on a respirator in a hospital. I mean, yeah, I'll have to get crutches and get surgery. It's going to suck for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and then that'll be that. And like the phone, I lost my phone. I had to go to Verizon. I had to buy a new phone. I had to go through all this, whatever, rigmarole, but I got a new phone eventually. Like, I think that's how we have to kind of, or I have to just handle things one day at a time and don't get so caught up with the minutia. Because when I start thinking about all the things that I have to go through, that's when it becomes almost unbearable. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be on crutches by myself in the middle of in West Hollywood. You start thinking about all this other stuff, but really just one day at a time. I know this is easy for me to say as just a guy living alone in my apartment. I don't have like screaming kids and like an annoying wife, but hey, that's how I'm going to deal with it. I'm sure you guys have your own problems and you're dealing with it, but I'm telling you, like, just try to approach it one day at a time, whatever problem it is, and it'll work out how it's going to work out. And maybe we'll all get better. I mean, maybe next month I'll finish another book. Maybe I'll rekindle relationships maybe I'll make more videos. I mean, this could be a great thing. Wow. This could be the best thing of my entire life. So I'm not like that. I'm definitely not like that. But I am trying to see it from another perspective. And I hope you consider that in your daily life as well. So hope you're doing well. I'm sure you guys are all kicking ass. I mean, you guys are watching my videos, right? That's a good thing. Be well. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Take care. Bye.